So that's all you're trying to feel is this. Right shoulder going down, right hip going forward. That gets me into a perfect position to be able to release my wrists fully into the back of the ball.
Okay. So then how do you do that without like getting, I guess the word is, like way under the plane or way off plane kind of, or, the
Stuck.
club head's way behind?
Yep.
So how does that?
That's a great question. So how would you get stuck? Show me how you would show me being stuck.
Well, for me, it's probably the bad habit of this.
Yeah.
And then it's probably throwing my shoulders as I'm going down, kind of, or old swingy kind of thing.
Okay.
Versus kind of getting the club head out in front of me.
So
I would probably like.
So the way that you would get stuck in this pattern. Now there's lots of different ways to get stuck and lots of different movement patterns, right? So there's lead side dominant, trail side dominant, all sorts of different ways you can swing the club. In a trail side dominant pattern, what do you feel like your arms need to do?
Well, I think the answer is going to be nothing.
Yeah, that's right.
That's what I think the answer is going to be.
That's exactly right. So if you do something with your arms, you can get them stuck, right?
Okay.
And that leads, when people move their arms independent of their body, like you were like kind of dumping the club with your arms and your body wasn't really doing much. When they do that, it's because they're trying to use their arms for power, okay?
Yeah, that makes sense.
So then it's kind of hard to control that because the arms are pretty unwieldy. They can kind of go all over the place. And so just a little tiny movement like this, which takes no effort for you off the ball, you've got the club stuck already, right? So now you're stuck. So instead, what you're really thinking about is I'm trying to load into my right leg. And so my arms aren't going to do jack in the swing. So I'm going to actually keep them very quiet in the backswing and just try to get the club into a reasonable spot at the top, which really doesn't mean swinging the club. I'm kind of controlling it going back because I don't want a lot of momentum for that club because all that's going to do is pull my arms and stretch everything a lot. And when you stretch those muscles, they then want to fire out of sequence, right? So what I want to feel is I'm going to just keep my arms pretty quiet going back and just focus on loading this. And I don't really care where my arms go. And once they're in a reasonable spot, they can be here, wherever, it doesn't really matter. All I care about then is how I squish the bug and tilt, and now the club is right back out in front of me.